What up, guys? It's Max here, back with another offseason review and draft preview. This is going to be the last team in the NFC North, Detroit Lions, and they actually had my favorite offseason so far out of any team in the NFC North. Like their big gains were obviously Ricky Wagner and T.J. Lang. Wagner actually, I think, declined more money from the Vikings to sign with the Lions, which sucks for me, but good for the Lions. I think he's a good tackle. And then T.J. Lang's been a great guard for the Packers for a long time, and I think he's got some quality years left in him. They did lose DeAndre Levy, who's been a key cog on their defense for a long time, but he's getting long in the tooth, so that sucks they lost him, but I think they have some young guys that could prove themselves. And then they also lost Riley Reiff and Larry Warford along the O-line, but like they were decent players, and like Reiff went to the Vikings, so I hope he's good. But like I feel like Ricky Wagner and T.J. Lang are upgrades over those guys, so I like what they've done. Stafford should be pretty well protected. And really, they didn't suffer any huge losses this offseason, so I feel like they had a pretty good free agency. They didn't break the bank or anything. I mean, they signed Wagner to a pretty big deal, but I feel like he's worth it as compared to Reiff, who I'm not sure about. And the draft, you could potentially add a running back. I'm from Nebraska. I'm actually a student there, so I like Amir Abdul a lot, but I feel like he and Theo Riddick are more scat back types. I don't know if they're that three down type of back. Like they're both pretty injury prone. So I feel like if you got like a Deontay Foreman, a type like that can run north south and take a lot of blows, would be a good addition for the Lions. And then obviously defense. Their secondary actually wasn't too bad, but I think they could still use some help there. Darius Slay and Glover Quinn are pretty good players. But you could always add more secondary players, and then you can always add more pass rushers. I know they have Ziggy Ansah, and they just drafted that A'Shawn Robinson out of Alabama last year. But I think another defensive end opposite Ziggy Ansah would be good, maybe, or another defensive tackle. And then obviously they lost DeAndre Levy, so they could use another addition there at linebacker to fill his hole. But I think I've liked what the Lions have done, just not getting crazy, but making quality signings. And I think they could win the division next year, honestly. Like, I hope it's the Vikings, but then the Packers are always going to be in it. But the Lions, they made the playoffs last year, competed, and honestly, I just saw them get better. I feel like they got better this year. We'll see what they do in the draft. But Detroit fans, I'd be excited. You got a small window here of opportunity, and we'll see what they make of it. As far as grade goes, I think I'll give the Lions a B+. Like I said, they didn't make any crazy signings, but the signings that they made I think were quality, and I liked what they did, and I don't think they lost any huge pieces, so a B+ seems fitting for the Lions.